So I had a little bit of a crazy incident last night, or last evening, yesterday evening, and it was a bit not intense, but I felt like every time I do something good, I'm kind of cursed or it kind of backfires on me. Um, that's just me, but I'll get to the story. Um, so yesterday evening, I went for a walk in the woods after my dinner. I usually do that. I usually like to walk in nature and just go for walks. And usually, when I go into the woods, there's people walking their dogs, or sometimes there can be kids around. And usually, they're on bicycles or whatnot. When I was walking down quite a steep hill, and I noticed one of small girl on her bike was going down the hill. So I moved to the side and she went by quite quickly and she ended up falling and it was quite a hard fall. And the mum came rushing and luckily she was okay. And as I was walking by, I thought, I'll try to help her. I don't want to just walk by and seem like I don't care. So I thought to myself, right, what I'll do is I'll offer her some help or see if she's okay. And I noticed she wasn't okay, the little girl. She actually, had blood all over her face. And, it was quite upsetting to see. She, I don't know if she had a broken leg or a arm or whatever, but, I heard her scream quite loud. So any bystander or person would instantly look and think, oh my gosh. And so, yeah, I went over there to help out, and I asked the mama, is there anything I can do to help? Um, and she says, is it possible to take my my daughter's bike to the car park? And I was like, sure. Like I like most people would help, or give a helping hand or anything there. So instantly, I took the bike and I offered to give her a lift and her two kids. The daughter looked like she couldn't really walk, so she wanted to take her to the hospital. But she was like, "No, it's fine. If it's possible, could you drop off my daughter's bike to the address?" And she was really nice to me. Like I don't want the mom was really nice to me. She was like very like thank you so much for stopping by and everything. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, hey, I can do anything to help, if I can. If that was my daughter or my sister or my niece or anyone, I would want to help. I think anybody would. So she says, I'm going to walk down the road. They didn't live too far away. And if you could deliver my daughter's bike to the house, if that's all you can do. And I was like, yeah, sure. I can absolutely do that. And I was thinking, I, hey, I went out for a walk and I helped these people. It's for a good reason that I helped them. And I actually didn't want to go out for a walk that evening. I thought I'd stay in, but here we are. I think everything happens for a reason. And then what happened was I took the bike to her address where she told me to drop it off. It was kind of like in front of their house. And I noticed her and her husband were shouting, and there was kind of like a lot of shouting going on. And I didn't know what was going on, but I could tell it was an intense situation. So my instant reaction is, they're probably just like shocked seeing their daughter, like any father would, and I kind of get it. I wouldn't like to see my daughter. I don't have kids, but if I had a daughter and she was like that, I'd be upset, and I'd think, oh my god, I need to get her to the hospital. So yeah, I took the bike out of the car, and I put it down there, and he's really shouting at her, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, like, I don't want to intervene. It's getting quite intense. And he's like, I don't know what he was saying, but he was like quite upset and emotional, and I get it. Having kids is not easy. Um, so I take the bike out the car, and I'm like, here you go. And she comes over, and he's still shouting, and I look to him and I say, hey, don't worry, your daughter's gonna be fine. And he looks to me and just starts shouting at me. It's not gonna be okay. I'm not fine. This is not okay. My wife takes my kids out swimming, and she's done this some other times. It's not funny. And he starts shouting at me in the middle of the street, and I'm kind of like, oh my god, like, oh shit, this is not good. Um, so I kind of back away, you know, calmly, and it is intense. And then I hear the mum, and the mum was lovely throughout the incident. He was like, she was really polite to me, and yeah, he wasn't. So I backed away. I got in the car, and they were still shouting, and like he ended up, like, he was just getting more and more kind of upset, and yeah, I kind of backed away in the car, and left, and I didn't speak to him too much. He didn't get in the car. The mom actually took the kid to the hospital, and he kind of went back in the house, and then she thanked me again and drove away. But it can be a crazy, that was a crazy incident that I had yesterday, of trying to help someone, but it was about to backfire in my face big time. I literally thought I might have to back away here before he ends up, doing something crazy. And I didn't want to. It kind of got to me a wee bit, because, when you get shouted at and somebody's getting aggressive with you or upset, and they're shouting at you, especially in public on the middle of the street, it can kind of be like, whoa. And but luckily the mom did say thank you, and I was kind of like, I'm very grateful that she was okay. She was just covered in a little bit of blood, which can be shocking. I get it, but yeah, I took that. I came home and I was like, I'm glad that the kid is okay. The kids are okay. The daughter's fine, and she's going to the hospital. Um, but yeah, you never really think about trying to help someone, and then you get it. It was almost about to backfire. Um, it was just an interesting interaction. It was a crazy incident. When I came home, I actually was a bit like kind of flustered by it. Like, I was like, whoa, I didn't expect it to. I'm just trying to help. I'm not trying to like intervene or anything, and you get kind of shouted at. So I feel like sometimes when I try to do good, it always turns into bad, and I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to figure it out. Why am I taking things so personally when it wasn't my fault? I'm just a bystander trying to help. Why did I take that so personally? Maybe because there's kids involved, but it's something that I want to kind of look at and think to myself, well, why did I take that so personally? And is there anything else I could have done? I don't think I could have done more, or maybe there could have, I don't know. But yeah, it just makes me think, like, when I do something good, it never kind of turns out to be good. And even if it's with the best intention to help someone, it somehow always backfires on me. It's like everything I touch turns to dark. I don't know what that saying is. Everything you touch just it turns to dust or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a crazy incident, but it made me kind of like aware, like why do I take these things so personally? Why do I get upset by them? Luckily, I was okay. I did have a weird night the rest of the night because it was getting late and I was like, I'm tired, but yeah, I kind of got over it. Yeah, it's one of these things you just learn, and talking about it. Um, I don't know if yeah, just talking about it helps me. It's like therapy for me. Because I can kind of talk to the camera. Maybe nobody's listening, but it helps me, and I want to get better at it to share some of the experience that I have in life. Um, so yeah, that was one of the crazy incidents that I had yesterday. Um, you kind of plan your day out, and it can just take a turn, and you kind of have to like you're like, okay, so now we're doing this, but hey, it wasn't bad. You learned something. It was a new day, and yeah, I'll probably continue to go out for my walks and stuff. I still want to kind of go out and do more outdoor stuff and not let it stop me. Um, I definitely will be more cautious when I try to help people, um, because you just never know. Somehow it can backfire. So yeah, that was one of the incidents that I wanted to talk about. Maybe I've been rambling for too long. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do this like one take, but I feel like I've been talking so much in this video. This might be the longest video I've ever done. It might be kind of weird talking about it. Sitting here alone talking about it. I don't know. So, alright, I'm gonna go now. This is probably getting boring, but yeah, thanks guys.